leads you through the path to excellence. Ignite, illuminating your path to fulfillment.
Good afternoon, Ibadan. Good afternoon, Nigeria, and to all our audience listening to us all over the world. The show is Ignite with Icon on Spice Radio NG. We're broadcasting live from our studios, live in the city of Ibadan. And of course, as you know, on a weekly basis, we bring you nuggets, precepts to get you in the right direction for global relevance. We do that on a weekly basis just to get you better, to get you motivated and inspired. We try as much as possible to bring individuals who are really doing well in their respective phases of influence on the show so that they can bring us nuggets that would be instrumental to us helping us become better. If you are just joining us, the show is Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. And of course, we have a lot of information we're going to be bringing to your ears this special day. So, if you want most of your friends to benefit from this, it's high time you share the link with them. SpiceRadioNG.com. You can also do that on Facebook by going Spice Radio Nigeria. Just type Spice Radio Nigeria so that you can join us live on our Facebook Live. It promises to be a great show today as I have a colossus of intellectual prowess, someone who is doing really well, being a medical doctor and also doing well as an author and also a writer. I have the honor and the privilege to bring here in the studio with me someone I respect so much, someone in the medical profession who is also doing well, being a poet. This afternoon I have the singular honor to bring to your hearing my very powerful friend and Dr. Oluwatobiloba Ojo. Good to have you on the show, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Icon. Good afternoon, listeners, wherever you are, all over the world, Nigeria, South Africa, UK, everywhere you are. Welcome to Ignite with Icon.
Wow, I'm glad to have you. Well, some people I'm sure would definitely want to know about our guest for today, and of course I will run through his profile. He's someone I respect so much. Mr. Tobiloba is a medical doctor and an author who is passionate about writing to empower young people and also to inspire and motivate them in the same vein. He loves sharing knowledge gained through trainings, books, with his network and audience at the same time. He's a Monica. Okay, he's someone who has done countless numbers of films while he was an undergraduate student. He loves to play music and he has deeper level of conversations with most people with the mandate to get them better. Mr. Tobiloba is someone who I know is a very passionate person. He has great value, he has great potential, and he's one of the voices we should watch out to listen to in this generation. Mr. Tobiloba, I haven't read your profile to our listeners listening to us all over the world. I will still want you to tell us a few things about yourself that we do not know.
Okay, I'm Tobiloba Ojo. I'm also called Daddy Ojo because many people believe that I share fatherly wisdom. I don't know, since when I was in university days, people will come along to my room, we'll be sharing ideas and all that, just to gear ourselves to be better people, to be able to utilize the resources we have to maximize our potentials. And that has always been my guide, that has always been my focus, that whatever is in you, are you utilizing it to the best of your ability? Because there's nobody that can utilize your ability as well as you will do yourself when you implement and you are able to get across the needed resources which will help you to soar higher in life.
Wow, absolutely. Thank you so much. Today, basically, for people who are just joining us, I've gotten some people listening to us from UK, from Aberdeen, Also, we've gotten people from Amsterdam sending in some DMs to us, all the way from those places. You know, those places are actually very far. If you are just joining us, the show is Ignite with Icon on spiceradioNG.com. And we're broadcasting live from our studio in the city of Ibadan. It promises to be a great show today, as we have a lot of nuggets, precepts, and insights to share with you to get you better to become that great person that God has designed you to be. Numerous people on the surface of the earth today currently do things on the grounds that they see some of their friends and people doing the same. Mr. Toby Loba. And specifically, that is why we are going to be discussing on purpose, understanding purpose. So many people are on earth today. You know, I can see a fusion in you being a medical doctor and also a poet who has also authored a book. What is the connection between some of those things you are doing?
Okay, so I like to say that purpose, your purpose is like a seed. It's a seed you nurture. It's a seed you water and protect, because as much as possible, life is intertwined, and we want to get a bit, we can lose focus sometimes. But many people will say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, but how well do they relate with your ultimate purpose in life? Because if you don't give service to humanity, that's the ultimate purpose in life, service to humanity, that when I was on earth, this was what I achieved, this is what my name will be known for when I walk away from the surface of the earth.
Wow, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Toby. If you are just joining us, the show is Ignite with Icon on Spice Radio NG. And basically what we do here is to bring you words of motivation, words of inspiration to get you better, to keep you going, to give you the right energy needed for you to become the very best that you have been designed to be. Basically, Dr. Toby Loba, I see that so many young people, while we're very young, for me as an individual, while I was very young, I discovered I had a passion, or let me say I was really enthusiastic to be a medical practitioner while I was very young. I discovered during those times I've written some small books how to become a doctor. You know, most of the times when I visit my parents and I see some of those things, you know, it makes me feel like, wow. And I came to the understanding that I have been writing from childhood. Despite the fact that I was saying to people that basically I want to be a medical doctor, but most of the things I was doing more were tilted more in the direction of writing. And that is basically what I'm doing right now. I mean, there are numerous sets of young people out there who are doing so many things. How do you think? I mean, what are some of the steps that was instrumental towards helping you understand your own purpose on earth?
Okay, so I'll break it down into three. If you want to understand your purpose right now, I'll need you to get pen and paper and understand these three concepts. These are questions you must ask yourself and be able to answer those questions before you know what exactly is the purpose why you are on this surface of the earth. The first question is, who am I? That's the question of identity. Who am I? The second question is, what am I good at? That's your gift. There's nobody on this surface of this earth that is ever born that doesn't have a gift. But many people die without utilizing their gift. So many people die without harnessing the gift there. Then what on earth am I here for? That's what I call the humanity question. The humanity question is what you tie up with your identity. The humanity question is what you tie with your gifts, and you start to dish out quality services to people. Because money, many people are getting it wrong these days. We think the purpose of being on earth is to make money. No.
Well, so we would say definitely money could be one of the reasons why we are there. Because, you know, the Bible also indicated that even for us to perpetrate the gospel, we definitely need money.
Exactly.
So, what's the corroboration between that? Is it that we as young people should not focus attention on making money, or every of the things that we should do as individuals should only be treated in the direction of service to humanity?
Okay, let me put it this way. In life, if you make your money the sole purpose of your living, you will definitely miss it. Why you miss it is money is like a spirit.
Really?
Because it is a good messenger but a bad master.
A good messenger, but a bad master.
A very bad
Absolutely.
master.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Toby. It's nice having you on Ignited with Icon. If you are just joining us, the show is Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com, and we're broadcasting live from the city of Ibadan. For most people who want to basically know more about us, we are directly opposite Coca-Cola building here on your way to Mokola in the city of Ibadan. To some of our Facebook family, we saw Adekombi Adeshola David saying, question of identity. I mean, that's in reference to basically what you said. For people on Facebook, please tell us where you're joining us from. And what we are discussing on the show today is basically how best we as individuals can understand our purpose. Some people say, there are numerous sets of people who come up with different ideas of philosophy about how best people can understand purpose. But I feel from personal experiences, the best way is to understand your why. Your why.
Yes.
Numerous people just want to do some things because, I cover the fact that you are a medical doctor, but you are operating in the space that you have been called to function. I would not function effectively in that space if I'm trying to be you, on the grounds that no one like me has ever been created, no one like you will ever be in existence. I mean, these are critical things that most of our people need to understand. But many people want to live all their life being another person because they are failed to understand purpose. Personally, Dr. Toby, how were you able to identify your own purpose in life?
One, there's the God factor. I'll say the God factor should be the leading factor, because all your environment will play a role in molding you, but the invisible hand shapes you. Why I say the invisible hand shapes you is that, trust me, you can feel, you can think, you can assume that all things being equal, I'll be a medical doctor, and you write jam first time, write jam second time, write jam third time, and keep failing. Not because you are not brilliant enough. I don't believe you should test a fish by how well this fish can fly on air. It's not possible. But one thing we should all understand, how I was able to understand my purpose was, first I came to the place of taking the God factor very serious. That God, what do you want from me? Then I also understand myself. I'm a naturally reserved person. I'm not someone so good with jumping up and down, drumming, and all those kind of highly demanding activities. So I came to understand myself that, yes, this is what I am naturally inclined towards doing. Because whenever I see people that were ill when I was little, I used to feel compassion for them. Something arose in me that, how can I help these people? And that's when I started defining myself that, okay, if I can equip myself, if I can learn a lot about discharging health to people, even to places that are unreached, because I go on outreaches too. And it's when I was able to tie all these things together that I was able to say, yes, medicine is actually my calling.
Wow. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that great insight there, Dr. Toby Loba Ojo. For most of our people just joining us, the show is Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com, and we're broadcasting live from the city of Ibadan. To tell many of your friends to join us live on this show, you can just tell them, send the link to them, www.spiceradioNG.com. And you can also join us live on Facebook at Spice Radio Nigeria. Spice Radio Nigeria. We see here on Facebook, Adekombi Adeshola David saying, following closely. Please, if you probably have questions you want to ask our guest for today, you can definitely drop it in the comment box below. And if you should definitely tell us where you are joining us from. We've seen a lot of people joining us from Aberdeen, from the UK. I've seen a few of my friends joining from Lagos. Please tell us where you are joining us from, and of course, share the link with more people so that they will get to know about the show. It promises we still have a lot of things to dish out to you on the show today, and I can tell you for a fact that it will worth your time. Let's go on this short commercial break, and as soon as we're back, we'll definitely delve more into great insight. Don't go nowhere.
Mama Bisi, this your food get something where they totori my belly. Choy.
My sister, now the spice when I dey use oh.
Na money be fine, bobo.
If you want hear ogbonge tori on top politics, lifestyle, education, relationship, motivation, and so on them, I will make you read spiceradiong.com.
Are you tired of your current status? Need to be outstanding and become exceptional? You don't have to search any further. Join Ignite with Icon on Spice Radio NG every Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. as our host engages you on a life transforming session that will help you ignite your path to fulfillment. Ignite, illuminating your path to fulfillment.
Oh, I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. All effort seems to be futile.
As humans, we all go through different phases of life. Sometimes we are happy, at other times we are sad. But what defines us is how best we react and come out of trying times. For insights, nuggets, and precepts to make you better, join Ignite with Icon every Thursday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on www.spiceradioNG.com as our host, Stephen Adedigba, leads you through the path to excellence. Ignite, illuminating your path to fulfillment.
Accurate information, correct entertainment, good education, and better motivation wey go add to your knowledge and make you become better person don land on top Spice Radio NG. Quickly log on to our website wey dey at spiceradioNG.com. Make you go listen to us.
Yeah, we're back on the show. It's Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. Live from the city of Ibadan. And of course, the show is Ignite. Ignite, we want to illuminate the path to excellence for you. We want you to unravel that great potential that God has called you to function in. We want you to be the master in your space. We want you to operate effectively in line with God's ultimate goal for your life. And that's why we usually do this every Thursday between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. so that we bring great people who are doing really well in their respective spaces of influence to share with us some of those things that was helpful, that was instrumental towards helping them achieve some greater feat in life. On Facebook, I saw some great people joining us there. I saw Mr. Nikolade, and he's saying excellently, he's saying environmental factors played by voting roles in holding our destiny. Absolutely. Thank you, our Facebook family. We appreciate you. Please continually share. Click the share button so that more people will get to know about this show, and we will be able to reach more people through this. Also, we have Adekombi Adeshola David saying he's here listening to us all the way from Maryland, Lagos. Wow, that's impressive. We are glad to hear some of those words. And we have Akiko saying fantastic. Thank you so much. In case you have some questions about how best you can unravel or identify your God's ordained purpose, why not drop it in the comment box there? The show is the Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. Endeavor to share, like, and of course share this link to some of your friends, your colleagues at work. www.spiceradioNG.com. Without much ado, Dr. It's great having you on the show, and I might say that you are well great in regard to this space. What do you have to say to people living other places on the ground that you are faced?
Okay. First thing I will say to people living other people's lives. Most things you see on the social media, most things you see people display, it's just a facade. It's just, that's what they want you to see. Underground, always note that everyone has different challenges they have to overcome before they really and truly get to present that glowing picture to you. Because on social media, nobody will post that I just lost my child now, I just this thing, and that's all what the person is posting every day. No, but that's depressing. Nobody follows people like that. So always understand that what people are displaying is just the glory they want you to see.
Absolutely.
The glory they want you to see. That's what they are just displaying for you. So if you now say because Mr. A is wearing Tom shoes, is wearing Nike t-shirts, is wearing Adidas trainers, I want to be like him, I just like the way he carries himself. Do you know the depth of what he's doing? Do you know the ground he's covering every day? So you have to put in picture that it's just what they want you to see, you will see.
Absolutely.
And so you have to discover yourself to be able to display what you also have to share with the world.
Wow. Thanks, Dr. Toby, for that great insight. Personally, I came to the understanding that very few people live their purpose because very few people pay attention to themselves. At the place of self-discovery, you are first of all place more premium on understanding yourself first. It might require that you take out personal time for retreat. At this critical time, I've seen people of 60 or 70 who don't have an idea of basically why they are on earth. I mean, they just do some things. I've had platforms to speak to core members in the country, in corporate organizations. We've done and facilitated trainings, and you see many people doing some things just on the grounds that they see other people doing it. Some people have not paid enough attention to understanding why they live. And that's why John Massey also said, in accordance to what Mark Twain said, he said there are obviously two important days in the life of a man. I mean, that has been my favorite quote. The first day is the day a man knows the day he was born. And the second day is the day a man knows why he was born. If you don't know why, that is what will lead you into living the life you have been called to create. You will continually function in the space of other people, which will not allow you to achieve a lot. So it is also very, very essential. It is also very, very essential for you as individuals to place premium. Take out time. I do that at some critical points in time. If I'm doing some things like, should I be functioning in this space? I might take probably some 3 days off. I write every day. Writing is very, very crazy. I mean, it can be draining.
Yes.
And at some point in time, you discover that, do I want to continue doing this? It might require you to take personal retreat. Take time off from work just to continually understand what you have been called to do. So, Dr. Toby, when people are challenged, when they are facing one issue or the other, what do you have to tell most of those people? That, and of course, we have some people who already understood their purpose, who know the reason why they've been created, but they are really not functioning well. And they feel like maybe they want to do other things other people are doing. What do you have to tell people in that situation?
Okay, so there are times that you have to reflect deeply that this purpose in which I'm pursuing, how best can I go about it?
So sorry to cut you. Your book is titled
Reflections in the Dark.
So would you say that it was probably while trying to highlight some things about purpose that came to be?
Exactly. So the book was, it started coming in bits and pieces when I was in university. What I've noticed about most people is that they are not mentally resilient. What do I mean by mental resilience? That is the fortitude to drive through your purpose. Because success is just 1% inspiration, but 99% perspiration.
Absolutely.
You have to give it all it takes. There are some times that you won't feel like doing that thing which is your purpose. But because you are called to that purpose, you keep discharging your duties. Days you feel like, days you don't feel like, days in which there's food on your table, days in which no food on your table. You just keep pressing on, because what people call overnight success is when someone has broken the chains of resilience.
Absolutely. Wow. That's actually very, very, very deep. That's very, very, very deep. The show is still Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. Of course, this is your favorite radio show, bringing you words of hope, words of inspiration, helping you understand your reason of existence, and helping you get better in every of your daily dealings. Of course, on our Facebook page, we've gotten numerous people sending us some comments. We've seen Adekombi, Adeshola David, giving us love emoji there. We love you too. We are glad that you're a part of the show. Okay, let's take this from Akinwumi Akinlade on Facebook. He said, thanks so much, Dr. Toby. My question is, are purposes intertwined? For instance, can someone's purpose be to fulfill another person's purpose? If so, how can one get to know this and be in content in this realization? Before that question, let's also take something from Mr. Niyi Kolade. He's actually an amazing person, doing really well, and he's also a very profound voice that we should look forward to hearing. He would definitely be my guest on the show next week. And he said something. He said, 2 important days in a man's life. Absolutely, 2 important days in a man's life. So, Dr. Toby, the person is saying that, can purpose be intertwined? Can it be intertwined? Can purpose be intertwined on the fact that we have some people whose purpose is to help other people fulfill their purpose? So this man, that Mr. Akinkunmi Akinlade, is saying that, if so, how can one get to know this and be content in this realization?
Okay, thank you for that beautiful question, Mr. Doctor. Is actually Dr.
Okay, he's a doctor. Wow.
Dr. Akinkunmi.
Wow, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
So,
thanks for joining.
If I will answer the question, to the best of my knowledge, purpose can be tied together. There are some people they call destiny helpers. For example, if you read the scriptures very well, it got to a point in David's life that it's Jonathan he needed.
So does that mean that we all need some individuals in our life to function in God's call for our life? Yes,
there are people that at a certain, because at the end of the day, in a company, it's not everybody that is the CEO. There's the brain of the board of directors, and there are some key players there that without them, the company can't move forward. Because those are the people that the vision of the company, they've bought into the vision, and they are ready to give all it takes, their blood, their sweat, their tears, even till death, to make sure that purpose of that company is fulfilled. So absolutely, destinies can be tied together. And surely, people are destiny helpers that help to lift you off the burden and also help you to fulfill that purpose for your life.
Wow, interestingly, just yesterday, the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, released a post late yesterday night saying that one of their COO, Sheryl Sandberg, just resigned. That she's no longer, she wants to do some other things with her own life. And Mark said something that was so profound and significant. Mark Zuckerberg, for people who do not know him, Mark Zuckerberg is the founder of Facebook, and he said the last 14 years has been an amazing time with you. You have left a space that no one would be able to fill. This kind of person, in the light of what we're trying to discuss right now, we can regard such a lady as probably a destiny helper. Exactly. But there is something that is so significant I would like to share on the show today, is the fact that as much as you are helping people towards actualizing or realizing their great goals in life, don't for any reason be an appendage to their dreams. You know, the reason for that is because very few people understand that they have their own life to live.
Exactly.
There is no amount of years you want to use in serving another person. If you have failed to understand your own purpose, such person will continually function well in his own space. Just some weeks back, I heard of a friend of mine who called me from Lagos. He works in a bank, and he said one of their one of their branch managers, forgive me, came to the branch and said he just got a new car. And as he was driving out, the gate man just said, sir, congratulations on your new car. And he said, oh, you like it? Absolutely. Very good. Do you know what you do? Work harder, so that I'll be able to buy another one in the next 6 months. The branch manager was telling that guy. And, you know, that guy shared that case study with me on the grounds that he felt like, really? If I was the one, of course I can't be. But if I was actually the one, I think I need to go back to the one who created me and ask some salient questions. That what is my... Yes. He said, you need to work harder so that I'll be able to buy better ones next year. So many people are living the life they should not be living because they have failed to understand who they have been called to be. And that has been a major challenge in life today. It has really been a major challenge. Blessing Udo says, thank you, Dr. Tobiloba Ojo. I am learning a lot. Wow, absolutely. Thank you for joining. Of course, if you are just joining us right now, the show is Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. Basically, what we do within 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. is just to drive you through a life of impact through some of the nuggets, precepts that we share on the show, to give you a better idea of things that you need to do to become exceptional, to become incredible, to become fantastic in every of your dealings in life. Also, we have Chizom Ibezim saying, Dr. Ojo, worth hearing. Thank you so much, Chizom Ibezim.
Thank you, Dr. Blessing. Thank you, Chisom. I really appreciate your presence.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, it is also very, very important for us as individuals to understand that the best thing you can always invest more time to understand is your purpose. Purpose is your big why. If you don't understand your big why, it's just like when you don't have an idea of where you are going to, wherever you get to will just look like your destination because you have no idea. Let's say you are going to Mokola and you got to, we have few bridges in Ibadan. Okay, let's say you are going to, let's say Ikoyi, and you have to move through the Tom Milan Bridge. If you do not know specifically where you are going to, you might go another route and you get lost. That is exactly the kind of life people are living. They just want to drive through the life. They see other people driving.
And they say, I'm cruising.
They say, I'm cruising. You are not cruising. You are wasting time. It's basically because you are wasting time. You don't know where you are going. So, most importantly, it is also very essential for us as individuals to understand where we are going. And what will give us the knowledge of where we are going is a product of one, understanding ourselves. Understanding ourselves, that's the question of identity. Who am I, according to you, Dr. Toby? Let's also take some comments from Facebook. That's Mr. Nikolade. He says, it takes a level of understanding of purpose and destiny to know one exists to purposefully fulfill another man's purposefully. What that means is, some individuals who have not even understood what their own purpose is. A man will not hire you to spoil or truncate his own purpose if he knows you don't have value.
Exactly.
That's okay. The reason we'll definitely bring Dr. Toby on the show today because we know he has a lot of value to bring. Not everyone can be on this platform. It is as a result of the value we've seen you disperse over the years. So, for many people out there who are currently going one situation, of course, they are feeling like they are tired, they are down, they don't know what else to do. What do you have to tell them in that line? What do you have to tell them?
I'll summarize it. Never give up. Because life is full of ups and downs. There's no up in life that won't be accompanied with downs. Jesus Christ had downs.
Absolutely.
He had his down times. He begged his disciples, please pray for me. Let's pray together. Because you should understand that in life, you can't just keep going up. You Because if you just keep going up, where are you going to? There has to be some checks and balance that will serve as life lessons that you look back to and say, if I didn't fail at this, I wouldn't have known that I can do things in a better way.
Wow, impressive. Absolutely. You know, on the show, it's Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. And of course, I have with me in the studio Dr. Oluwatobi Ojo, a medical doctor, a poet, and an author. I mean, some of you are surprised, like, how will a medical doctor be a poet? How will he also be an author? He's someone who has actually been endowed and, of course, understand his place in destiny. Of course, on Facebook, I'm glad that we are getting a whole lot of comments on Facebook. Some of our Facebook family. This is coming from Mr. Nii Kolade. He's saying, understanding of purpose isn't just enough to realize one who was created to help another person. Humility is key. Remember John the Baptist. Humility. I mean, I have a friend. I mean, our CEO for Spice Radio would always say something that he prefers loyalty to professionalism. Yes. You know, it takes someone who can stay true to a dream to give his or her best to whatsoever dream. You might be a professional and you are not committed. Okay. Professionalism, humility, I mean, coupled with some other things are ingredients that can help you over time achieve some great level of success. So for individuals right now, I don't know what the situation is with you right now. For someone listening right now, you are tired. You are feeling like, oh, what else do I want to do? How best do I want to continually push into some things? The word for you today is that you have to keep believing in yourself, because the future holds the best only for individuals who know that they are going somewhere better. So on that note, I would like to share a song with you, so that you can just vibe through the process to have a greater idea about some of the great things that we do on the show. And it's a song coming from Olamide featuring Belashmoda, and we are sharing that specifically for individuals to tell you that you can become triumphant at whatsoever thing that you do. God is with you. Don't give up. The show is still Ignite with Icon. Let's go on this short musical break, and as soon as we're back, we'll give you more insight. Don't go anywhere.
Can I tell you what it is? Every day on cruise, bad days are gone. Now I am bigger, but Ferragamo, yeah, we cruise, cause I see Angushi, I don't even post. I was on fire, call firefighter, used to this lifestyle, every Wednesday, ladies' night. I need no lighter, Belashmoda, I be the fire. Every day me ganja, what doesn't kill me make me stronger. Belashmoda, fight boy, Bella me a fighter. Man I try and fight and I've been through a lot. Many people hurt me off, but God no good. Call it down your mouth. Man I try and fight and I've been through a lot. Many people hurt me off, but God no good. Call it down your mouth. Oh, me chill, look at me reminiscing. Remember mama used to warn me and never listen. Some guys died, some of them did for prison. Thank God for all the fasting and prayer shit did. But how do me go when I just start to hammer? Daddy fusion let mommy cool, mama fell mad. How could it be now? I was waiting for an answer. I'm fed dark when it died, we suffer, I to suffer. Flames to dust, dust to sand. Good things never last, I understand. But dying on me yellow, when to die, I said green. People think saying I swag, but I was losing my mind. Mother man, fago moju, rodu moju. Mother man, mosi moju, me only boju. Gogo kirakita, to kanju, team kanju. Mommy, daddy, to love me, no mama, like to sonju. They try to bring me down, with raw, mama, to love. Getting high every day, mama, to love.
Wow, interestingly, that's a song coming from our brother Olamide featuring Belashmoda, saying we're triumphant in whatsoever we want to do. I don't know what the situation is with you right now. I don't know what the challenge is with you right now. I don't know if you are sad, you are feeling depressed. Let me tell you something. You know, we joke about it. No matter what it is, please go and eat first. Please take time to eat. Eat something nice. Eat something sweet. Eat something good. Eat something healthy first. And see if you will continue to think in that direction. I mean, at some critical points in time, I discovered that when we are challenged, we are going through one situation or the other, many of us will just feel like, you don't want to eat. My brother, you are deceiving my sister. Please go and get something to eat. Of course, the show is still Ignite with Icon on spiceradiong.com. And the show, this is a show where we bring you inside precepts from individuals who are really doing well in their respective area of influence. And today I have a doctor who also doubles as a poet and also an author who has written a book. On the show today, Dr. Toby, for individuals who want to probably get a copy of your book, how can they get it? And I would just want you to share a few insights about the book.
Okay, so the title of the book is Reflections in the Dark. It was written last year, and you can get it on various platforms. You can get it on Roving Nights. You can get it at UI Bookshop. You can get it at Okada Books. Is available. Just follow the linktree/daddy_Ojo. So they call me Daddy Ojo. So just follow my Linktree account. You'll see a host of options you can pick from. So many options. For people abroad too, they can get it on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. They can get it. And what is my message? Because you are not just getting the book just to get it, just for the purpose of getting it. What is the message behind it? The message is that you have to strive at some certain areas of your life. You have to. Things don't get easy until they get difficult. They first get difficult first. It's when you now gain capacity to operate at that level of difficulty that ease will now come. Because ease is actually a threat to your advancement. Once you start, everything is easy. Just know things are going haywire, so no. But when things are hard, you have to break through. You have to strive. You have to keep doing the same thing repeatedly, over and over again, so far it's right. And you have that mental fortitude that one day I will be able to garner the results. I will be able to enjoy the fruits of this work. Then that book is for you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Tobiloba Ojo. I also saw my brother Femi Daniels. He was my guest on the show last week. And of course, I could see some of the thumbs ups coming in from him. Absolutely. It's also very, very important that in every of our dealings, let's understand ourselves. The understanding of worth, self, would help you know how valuable you become. If you do not know your worth. I said something about the fact that individuals should not try as much as possible to be an appendage to other people's dream. You have your dream. And of course, a dream is not what keeps a man asleep. No, it's what keeps you awake. On Facebook, let's take in some comments. Mr. Nii Kolade is saying, humility and loyalty are the threads of destiny. Help us, okay? And he also said something, humility isn't loyalty. Loyalty isn't humility. I mean, that's very deep. These are deep insights coming in from Mr. Nii Kolade. He's someone I look up to for some of the great things he pushes out there.
An amazing person.
His book is filled with rhymes that are very, very deep in insights and thoughts. Also, he said, thanks for the insights, Dr. Toby. We appreciate you. For our family on Facebook, the show is Ignite with Icon on spiceradiong.com. What we do is to spice you up to become that great person that God has destined you to be through some of our words of information, motivation, to get you going in all of your doings, to get you better, to get you on top. And that is all that we do on Spice Radio. You want to know where it is? Of course, our studio is directly opposite Coca-Cola Depot here in the city of Ibadan. For people very familiar with Ibadan, it's just on your way to Mokola. To your right, you will see Spice Radio there. And of course, Mr. Nii also said, thank you, Icon, for the opportunity to get inspired and informed today on this platform. Well done. Thank you so much. Please, for our family on Facebook, keep sharing. Click the share button. Drop your comments, like, so that more people will get to know more about this. In the same vein, Dr. Toby, we sincerely appreciate you. We thank you for being a part of the show. And I have some personal questions to ask. You know, I chatted you, just to get you informed on the show. And, the kind of reception that I got from you was, amazing. At some point in time, for individuals who are probably pushing in some things and they do not get the best support system. This was actually successful today on the grounds that you gave it a very warm reception. For individuals doing some things, at some critical points in time, while I published my first book, I moved from my house to somewhere in Lagos mainland. My cost of going to that place was over 2,000, and the person said he wanted to support. And he gave me an envelope at the end of our discussion. When I got to my set, I checked. I saw less than 1,000 naira there. That could really be disheartening and be disappointing. That you went somewhere with over 2,000, and the support such person could give to you was less than 1,000 naira. What would you say? Of course, the envelope was really huge. Something huge. It was really huge, but the value of it was not huge at all. What would you say to some other individuals in that direction who are really pushing, but they are not getting the right support system? What do you have to tell them on their path to fulfilling purpose?
Okay, so after you identify your purpose and all that, you have to start building a tribe. That's the latest thing black men need now. We as Africans have to start building network of similar ideas. For example, me coming to this show, I have a network of doctors already that are connecting with me. If not for what we've deposited in each other's emotional bank accounts, that can't be possible. They are busy. So learn as much as possible to start building network of friends, because it's network of people that end up supporting you. Nobody is an island. No man is an island. If you're a one-man mopo, trust me, they will gun you down.
Absolutely. You need people in your life to keep supporting, to keep helping you through. But as much as you are seeking support, how best are you supporting other people's dream too? I think that goes a long way. To also join the conversation, you can call our studio line on 080-9163-1995. I'll take that again. Oh, that's a call coming in. Yeah. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, we can hear you loud and clear. Good afternoon. Hello. Oh, we lost that call. The studio line to call is 080-9163-1995. The show, of course, is Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. This is the only radio station in the city of Ibadan bringing spices. Spicing the lives of people to be better. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. We could not hear that. We lost that call. Let's also take in some calls, some comments on Facebook. We have Mr. Oluwapelumi Olajumoke or Mrs. I don't know, saying difficulty is a stepping stone to advancement in life. No coward, slothful being can fulfill purpose. Thanks for the insight, Dr. Toby. Always proud of you. Oluwapelumi, watching from the UK. Wow. That's impressive. Do you in any way know who that person is?
Yes, she's my amazing mentor. She is awesome. And thank you very much, Mrs. Oluwapelumi. I really appreciate your support over the years, and I Thank you so much, and may the good Lord continue to bless and keep you and your family.
Amen. Absolutely. May the good Lord in His infinite mercy continue to bless you and help you too, ma. Thank you for supporting us and every of the things that we do. We are glad that you are listening to us all the way from the United Kingdom. We appreciate you. Mr. Niyi Kolade said, you can't be slothful and be resourceful. If you are not resourceful, you can't be successful. I mean, you need to build yourself around individuals who are deep in insight, who are deep in precept, to be able to guide you through. There are instances in our lives when we are down, when we are tired, situation looking insurmountable, mountain looking so high. And, we are feeling so sad. But, you should just keep pushing your best into what you know how to do best. Of course, the show is still Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. Like I said earlier, this is the only radio station in the city of Ibadan, spicing you up, making you better through information, motivation, and vibes to keep you committed to your dreams. On the show, like I said, these are things that we do just to help you better. Okay, we got another caller on the show. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon. This is Ignite with Icon on Spice Radio. Oh, Emmanuel calling from Ibadan. Thank you for following the show. Okay. Absolutely. Okay, sir. All right. So, Dr. Oluwatobiloba.
So thank you for listening, Mr. Emmanuel. It actually shows that you are listening. Why I said money is a good servant and a bad master is that you having money and you being able to call out the resources in money can make you implement some things that naturally a poor man can't. Because there are some places of authority, there are some big steps you take that is money that can serve you in that purpose. However, if you make your money your master, your only goal, the integrity in you may not be preserved. You will go all out with all measures to try to get money as much as... It's just like the politicians are doing. They are just trying to pack money to do what exactly? That's when it becomes someone's master.
Wow. Mr. George, Mr. Emmanuel, we hope we have been able, our guests have been able to answer your question. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. The show is still Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. And of course, this is the only radio station where we bring you the best of motivation, inspiration, words, information that will also keep you up to date about happenings in our society. We've gotten a whole lot of people dropping in comments on our social media platform. We got there. Adekombi Adeshola David, all the way from Island, Lagos, saying thank you so much. Of course, we really, really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. We really, really do appreciate you. We do not take every of your efforts for granted. Of course, the show, it's Ignite. And I'm sure, we hope and believe that you have also been ignited by some of the nuggets, insights that we have shared on the show today. Femi Daniel, we cite you. Mr. Niyi Kolade is saying, should one just start 18 because he or she has money? That's the question.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Because you have to know... Okay, let me put it this way. If your purpose is not tied to humanity, that is, how can I leave this world better than I met it? Most times, if you try to fund projects like that, it backfires because it creates a vacuum of purpose. There's no humanity in the big picture. So it's not just because you have money, you just say, okay, I'll go and do this, I'll go and do that, I'll go and beat this person up. What's the purpose behind your living?
Also, as an addendum, Mr. Nikolade says, should one refuse to start something due to lack of money?
Funny enough, no. There are resources, there's human resources. For example, if I have a wonderful idea, there are some people that they sell ideas to start up companies. All they do is set up, they'll say this is the particular way this direction will go, and once there's substance there, people will buy and key into your project.
Wow, absolutely. It's been an amazing show on the show today on Ignite with Icon on SpiceRadioNG.com. Like I said earlier, this is the only radio station in the city of Ibadan that gets you ignited, that gets you spiced up. I mean, in all sphere and endeavors of human endeavor. We sincerely appreciate great people for great contents, people joining us from Aberdeen, from Amsterdam, from the UK, from Lagos, from Abuja, from Port Harcourt, people that joined us from Accra, Ghana, from Kumasi. We got every of your messages. And of course, our caller on the show today, George from Ibadan. We celebrate you. To every individual who have been of value on the show today, we sincerely appreciate you. And by next week, we still have something huge that we are bringing. And my guest will be Mr. Mr. Niyi Kolade. He's one of the renowned voices in Ibadan. And he'll be coming on the show as we discuss something critical about how best you can move from where you are to where you want to be. Moving from where you are to where you want to be. You know, it's also very important that this show today is just a precept to the one we are going to be having next week. Mr. Niyi Kolade said, the journey of an entrepreneur doesn't begin with money, neither does it begin with money. It begins with a meaning. Absolutely. I know we would come to hear more of that next week. You know, the studio will be on fire next week, and as Mr. Niyi will come to spice us up in the studio. It's been an amazing time with you, Dr. Oluwatobiloba. On the final note, what do you have to tell some of our listeners listening to us all over the world?
First, I would like to thank everybody listening all over the world. And also, I would like you to go home with this message. Never give up on your dreams. Never, ever, ever, ever give up on your dreams. Because your dreams are valid. You've got it in you. You are the best thing that has happened to humanity. And I'm not whining you. I'm telling you in the sense that if you can identify your purpose, you will be a force to reckon with.
Wow, absolutely, absolutely. We sincerely appreciate you. We sincerely appreciate you for being a part of the show. We want to sincerely appreciate all our crew members from the studio manager Olaomola, to his right-hand man, Timothy, to our CEO, George Osele Emmanuel, to all our crew members. We have the darling wife of our brother here, also here with us in the studio. I really want to express my profound gratitude to you all for being a part of the show today. The show Ignite with Icon, you know, has been an amazing show, bringing hope and transforming lives for individuals to really become better in all that they do. We thank all our technical crew members, all our board of directors, all individuals who have been of value to this show. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Thanks for being a part of this show. And of course, it promises to come to your ears next week. Join us, same time, same station next week for another exciting show, as we'll be having here Mr. Niyi Kolade, who would be speaking to us about how best we can move from where we are to where we want to be. It promises to be a great show. We thank God Almighty also for this wonderful opportunity that He has granted to us. And on this note, we want to thank you all. Thank you all. Please click the share button so that more people will get to see these videos. And of course, tell more people. You can share it. The link is www.spiceradioNG.com. Like I said, this is the only radio station in the city of Ibadan, spicing you up, getting you better in every of your endeavors. I'll leave you with this song. It's a song coming from Skibi, and it's saying that trenches, you know that trenches. I want you to dance away those sorrow, but most importantly, go and get something to eat. You know, life situations can really be tough and challenging. Get something to eat, and in the same vein, vibe with this song. Till we meet again next week, I remain your humble host, Stephen Adedigba, popularly known as Icon. Do have a lovely day. And of course, in every of your dealings, always remember that impossibility is dead. Bye for now. Till we meet again next week.
Skippy Mayana.
More music on trendybeats.com.